I got a new car! Surprise! Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Aysha if you're new here, and welcome to my new baby, my pride and joy. Okay, that's a little dramatic, but welcome to my new car. I thought today it'd be very fitting to do a little bit of a girl chat and just life update and share my thoughts and feelings about turning 27 this year. And I don't know, I just feel like we haven't really caught up in a long time, and you guys, aside from just the vlogs, I haven't like sat down and chatted with you guys in a while, so this is definitely long overdue. And then of course I have to share with you guys what the hell happened, like how did I get a new car, why did I get a new car, the drama behind it, the story time, all of that. So that is what we will get into. So if you're not subscribed to my channel yet, here's your chance to subscribe. Here's your chance to be under 500,000 club, okay? We are hitting 500,000 subscribers this year, 500,000. So this is your chance, okay? When I'm among the stars in Hollywood to be like, I was there when she was under 500,000 subscribers. Also, there is someone recording a music video like right in front of me. And I'm sure it's gonna be fire, but it's really funny watching. I kind of wish I had some food with me, because first of all, I'm kind of hungry, and second of all, it'd be kind of nice to just like, you know, chit chat and eat, but I do have a little bit of a drink, so I'm gonna open this and hope that it doesn't get all over my car, my new car. But this is the Alani Nu Tropsicle. It's delicious and it'll give me some energy. So before we get into all of the fun discussion about the new car and the drama behind it and the story time and all of that, I do want to give thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's video. I've worked with BetterHelp many times in the past. I think our partnership has lasted a little over a year now, and we're continuing it on throughout 2022. Mental health awareness is something that I'm very passionate about. Being a Black Muslim woman that has gone through some mental health struggles, you know, I'm here to just try to peel back the layers of taboo that we always feel around mental health, and May is actually Mental Health Awareness Month, so in honor of that, I am obviously sharing BetterHelp, and hopefully this can touch one person, if not many of you. I know many of you have tried BetterHelp ever since I've been sharing it, and that honestly makes me so happy, because it is something that I personally can attest to that has genuinely helped me become a better person, deal with something that was really confusing and hard and, you know, heartbreaking in my life, and all of that. You know, a lot of the times, unfortunately, we don't feel as comfortable talking to even the closest people in our life, so that's when a therapist, a licensed professional therapist, really comes in handy, and that's what BetterHelp is all about. It's an online professional therapy service that is available worldwide, so you don't have to worry about, you know, what type of therapists are local to you if you live, say, in the middle of nowhere. As long as you have access to internet, you know, you can use BetterHelp, which I think is so special, and what really differentiates itself from traditional therapy. Me personally, when I did therapy, I did it over the phone. I wasn't even super comfortable doing it over FaceTime yet, but I think this time around I probably will do, you know, the video chat, because I think it's a bit more personal, give me a different experience out of my therapy than I had the first time. For those of you that are unfamiliar, I did do therapy through BetterHelp for about 4 months, and this was kind of in the process of my breakup and my divorce, and it was a really confusing time. Although my family was there with me, I didn't feel super comfortable like crying in front of them and sharing all of my feelings and all of that, and like if it wasn't for my therapist, I don't know if I would have healed in the ways that I did, in like the healthy way that I did. And that's why I'm like forever an advocate for getting the help you need and going to therapy. And for me personally, BetterHelp has always been really helpful for that. So through BetterHelp, you will be matched with a professional therapist that is perfect for you, whether you need someone faith-based or whether you need someone that has experience with specific mental health issues like depression, for example. If you need like a couples therapist. It's a really simple process. They give you a questionnaire as you sign up, and you answer a couple different questions just so that they are able to suggest therapists that they think would be the best for you. And you can also sift through different therapists. So say you try out a session and it's just not the best fit for you, you can easily switch to another therapist, like no questions asked. And they have over 20,000 therapists on their network, so you can definitely find one that's perfect for you. They have a broad range of expertise, which is super helpful, because obviously mental health struggles are different for every single person. So you definitely want a therapist that is perfect for you, and sometimes you can't really find that locally. So the fact that it's done, you know, securely online is my favorite thing. It's a super quick process, by the way. You usually get paired up with a therapist in under 48 hours. For me personally, it happened in like 24 hours, and I was able to book a session with my therapist like the very next day. So with May being Mental Health Awareness Month, if you or someone you know is struggling with their mental health and is looking to get into therapy and doesn't really know where to start, I would highly recommend you start with BetterHelp. So you can check out my code. If you go to betterhelp.com/Aysha, you can get 10% off your first month, which is incredible. That's BetterHelp, by the way, not health. betterhelp.com/Aysha to get 10% off your first month. Thanks again to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video, and let's continue on with the rest. I feel like I'm already sweating in here, so I think I'm gonna like crack open a window or something, because yo girl is a little hot. Okay, also my battery's gonna die, so hopefully it doesn't die before I finish this video. But okay, story time with the car. So for those of you who don't know, I got my car back in 2019 and I leased it. I just personally feel like leasing is best for me and like my situation. So back in 2019, I actually had just moved to the US that year. And for those of you who don't know, when you move from another country, your credit doesn't follow you. You literally have to start with like 0 credit here. And what that also means is that you can't really get like a car loan, or obviously anything, like even credit cards were kind of hard to get. Luckily, Amex had my back. But yeah, I had to co-sign. I had to co-sign with my ex's father. I'm the type of person, I'm super independent. I don't like depending on people to like get certain things that I wanted. So even that was a little bit of a drawback for me, but I mean, I needed a car, so I got it. And the first car that I got was a Genesis G70. Absolutely loved her, and it kind of just like started this whole love affair with Genesis. Like, I love their cars. I think they're an amazing brand. It's kind of like, it's a step on top of Hyundai. So it's owned by Hyundai, but it's kind of like their luxury division, and they are just the most gorgeous cars. So I drove that for 3 years, or 2.5 years, and my lease was up actually this September. So usually a couple months before your lease is up, you start getting like mail, and like people are trying to get your car and loans and all of that, trying to like pay out your loan and whatnot. And I was getting all these offers, and my car had like randomly broke down. I think I mentioned it in a vlog maybe, but yeah, my car randomly broke down. So I went into Genesis and they had to do some repairs. And while I was there, I was like, let me just do some shopping, because at the time the SUVs, the Genesis SUVs weren't available. They were not even on the market. There were no SUVs. So yeah, I decided to test drive it, and I fell in love. I absolutely loved it. Initially, I kind of told myself that I wanted to get the Range Rover. Range Rovers have been my dream car since the OC. For anyone who knows, you know. But the more that I think about it, and I think this kind of also has to do with the fact that I'm getting older and just I'm understanding life a little more. It just didn't seem like the best financial, you know, idea. And then I don't know, I loved the way Genesis cars looked. So like, what was the point of getting a more expensive car? Kind of just for the name, essentially. And like, I personally don't really care about that. So when I test drove this car, I absolutely fell in love with it. I was getting some numbers from the girl at the dealership that was helping me, and she was letting me know that they were getting a new shipment of a bunch of G7. So this is, sorry, I didn't even mention. The car that I test drove was a Genesis GV70, which is the SUV version of my last car. So I test drove it, absolutely loved it, and then she let me know that they were getting a black car with like brown interior. So when I searched it up, I was like, oh, that I need that. I need that car. So I put in a deposit, initial deposit, and I just kind of forgot about it. And then like the beginning of May, or sorry, like this was May 11th, actually. I remember the exact day. May 11th, I get a call from my girl at the dealership, and she was like, hey girl, the car just came in. I didn't know this at the time, but you only have 48 hours to decide if you want it or not. So like, when can you come in? And I was like, oh shoot, like I don't want this car to like, you know, someone else to take it. I already put my deposit on it to like hold it. And so I went like a couple days later and I loved it. I test drove it again and I just saw the brown, and I just have never seen a car this beautiful. I'll have to give you guys a tour. But I mean, obviously you guys know my shades. I love brown interiors, and it just so happened that the car was also black too, which was the same color as my last car. And it just kind of felt like fate. You know, I called my dad, I asked him all the questions, and he was just like, you know what, I think it's a good idea. It doesn't seem like a bad idea, at least. And yeah, so that was the story behind the car. I do feel like I kind of got played. Like, I feel like I probably could have got it for a little bit more inexpensive, but it is what it is. I have the car now, so you know, I can think about it all I want, but it doesn't change the fact that I have the car already. So yeah, I have a 2022 Genesis GV70. She's absolutely beautiful. I'll give you guys a little rundown after this video is done. But it just feels so good. Finally, like I was able to do that on my own. You know, even after the split happened, like obviously I was still co-signed. You can't get out of a co-sign. It just made me still feel dependent. So the fact that I was able to just get this car on my own terms with my amazing credit, by the way, I was able to build my credit, and she's almost excellent. Okay, we're tapping the 800s this year, inshallah. But yeah, it feels so good. This is the first car that I have gotten completely on my own, no cosign, just me, myself, and I. Literally, I was by myself at the dealership, so it felt very like grown. Like it felt very grown up. And sometimes I have to kind of like think to myself, I was like, shoot, like I'm really just living. Like I'm living life by myself, and it's kind of an overwhelming feeling of like proudness for yourself, but it's also freaking scary. Like I'm not gonna lie. I'm turning 27 this year. I'm 26. I was born in 1995, so shout out to all my 1995ers. But yeah, I'm inching my way to 30. But I gotta say, like, I am so excited to continue to grow into myself. I feel like at this point in life, like I know exactly who I am, and it's taken me a long time to get to this. And I think it's really important that like every year as you age, to just kind of like see what you've done in the past year, what things you want to do the same, what things you want to do different, you know, what's kind of on your bucket list to continue to achieve, what like success means to you, and just kind of analyze your life. Like I know it sounds scary to do that, which is half the reason why I am going back to therapy, because I think that'll really help. But yeah, there's a lot of emotions. I feel like I'm entering a new phase into my life, like not even necessarily like a new year, obviously it's a new year, but I feel like I'm entering a completely new chapter in my life. Like as I get older, I just start to understand myself more and like really appreciate life for what it is. And just like I wake up every single day in my dream home, and I'm just so thankful for, you know, everything that has gotten me there, because it was hard. Like it was freaking hard, like going through such a public breakup and just, you know, restarting essentially in a city that I know essentially no one that I grew up with. And it's a brave thing to do. And yeah, I gotta give myself flowers for that. I do. Another exciting thing, which by the way, if you have noticed, though now I'm wearing a little bucket hat, I may or may not be coming out with merch very soon. Sooner than you think, actually. It's something that I have been working on very silently for the past year, and I'm so excited to bring this to you guys. Here's a little sneak peek, but this may or may not be mine. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, actually. I had to throw that in real quick. just real quick, a little teaser so you guys aren't too surprised when the launch video comes out, but hopefully you guys are excited for my first merch line. I'm excited about that. I feel like sometimes I am scared, or just, I guess, yeah, I'll just say scared. I know I'm trying to find another word, but sometimes, you know, aging does kind of scare me. Like the fact that I'm turning 27, I feel like that number just sounds really daunting. Like 27, I'm entering into my late 20s. Life, to be honest, isn't really how I thought it was gonna go. I thought my life would look a lot more different by 27, although it does look very different and not the same as I guess I initially envisioned. Like, you know, to be honest, at this age I thought that I would be married with kids and, you know, that would kind of be my life. But I have to say, alhamdulillah, like I am so thankful that it hadn't gone that way, that God had, you know, a different plan for me. God had a different will for me. And although it's not something that I could have prepared for, it's something that I will forever be thankful for. I really am just like living my dream. Like little Aysha would have never predicted how life would have turned out for me, and like honestly never would have believed anyone if they told me that I would be living in Los Angeles, driving this beautiful car in this beautiful apartment with a stunning view of the city. And I guess I say all of this to say that, like, I know there's a lot of young women and young girls that watch my channel, and you know, sometimes it's okay to go through failures because you never know what those failures will lead to. You know, I feel like sometimes failures in life are just kind of like a pivot to being who you truly are, like a pivot to seeing your true potential. And like sometimes you kind of do have to trek through the mud to get there. I swear one of these days I will film a video talking about God and talking about my emotions and life without crying. It will happen, inshallah khair. Just not today, because I am an emotional ass bitch, okay? It is what it is. Let's move on. It's been kind of like gloomy here in LA. There's this weird phenomenon called June gloom in LA where every single day from like the mid-May, end of May-ish towards the end of June, it is just gloomy. Like every single morning, every single day, it is gloomy as heck. Like it looks like it's about to rain or pour, but it doesn't. And then like at the crack of sunset, that's when the sun starts beaming in. It's like really annoying, to be honest, because my mood is like directly correlated with the sun and like how sunny and beautiful it is outside, which obviously is why I live in LA. But yeah, I don't know, my mood always feels so weird, and it has been feeling weird lately because of the June gloom. But now that the sun is coming out, I feel, what's that that quote from Euphoria? I feel like I'm getting my personality back. I forget exactly how it goes, but that's genuinely how I feel when the sun comes out. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop this video here because I kind of feel like I'm just blabbering for no reason. But before that, let me give you guys a tour of this car. Just a mini one, because I don't want to be too, you know, vain or whatever. It's not about that, but I know some people are curious, so let me show you. Switching to my iPhone because my camera literally just died, but thankfully it died at the very end. But, so this is what the front seat looks like in my view. Guys, it's so pretty. I love her so much. The Prindle's kind of interesting. It's like this like twisty device. I'm still getting used to this, but yeah, so it's like park and then all the stuff over here, and then this is to kind of like scroll through the screens. Yeah, it's super beautiful. A lot of people thought I got a Bentley. Guys, no, I don't have Bentley money, but yeah, the beautiful logo. And yeah, so this is what the inside looks like. That's what the back looks like. So this is what the side of the car looks like. Super cute. And my favorite is the butt of the car. I just feel like it looks really sexy. But my favorite thing about it is that I don't even have to like press a button to open it. Like it just knows when I get close to unlock the car. So that's a super cool feature. Anyways, I forget what I was saying, but I just love the grille. I kind of wanted to take this off and just like show the grill, but I don't know. It's apparently illegal in California to not have a front license plate, but I see so many people that don't do it. Give me suggestions if you live here. Okay, wow, this lighting is amazing. This is for all my girls who struggle with like getting a car out of tight spaces, or like if someone boxes you in, which happens a lot in LA. I don't know if it's, I think it's just an LA thing. I feel like the parking spaces are super thin compared to the East Coast. But anyways, if that ever happens to you, fret not. Okay, you guys are not ready for this. Watch. I can tell the car to move forward. Guys, it's literally driving itself. And if I go in front of it, it'll automatically stop, I think. Okay, yeah. It automatically stops if it thinks someone's in front of it. Like, how cool is that? And then it can also go back, which I will show you guys. So if you need to move it back, it will literally go backwards and stop if it's gonna hit something. Like, the car is literally driving itself. How freaking cool is that? Let's make it go forward again. Let's make it come to me so I don't have to move towards the car to get in. Little bit more, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Like, is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen? Yeah, I mean, that is the car update, I guess. I should have prefaced this before, but for anyone who doesn't know me, obviously, if you're a longtime watcher of my channel, you know that I'm not bragging. I'm just super excited about this new car and wanted to share it with you guys. But for the small few of people, the haters, I like to call them, I promise you I'm not. It's just, I'm really excited about the car. I thought a lot of you guys would be interested in seeing it as well. And for anyone who is like considering Genesis, because obviously it is kind of like a newer car model, I would 1000% recommend it. I feel like it's like slightly more affordable luxury than like your Mercedes and Audis and all that, but they low-key perform a lot better, and they're a lot easier to maintain, less expensive to maintain, and yeah, I gotta give Genesis a +1. If they want to sponsor me though, like the next time for the next car that I get, I'd absolutely love that. I really would. Okay, the lighting is getting super weird, so I am gonna end this video off over here. Thank you guys so much for watching and allowing me to just share things that I'm super excited about in life. You know, I feel like it's important that we celebrate our wins and we celebrate them as a community as well, because the success in my life, honestly, although I am a hard worker, a lot of it is also owed to my community and just supporting me through all these years. This is gonna be my 11th year on YouTube, which is insane. Like, alhamdulillah is all I can say for everything that is aspired out of this. But yeah, I'm gonna go and eat because I'm starving. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you are new. If you have any other questions about Genesis, cars, or whatever it is, like, let me know in the comments below. I've only been driving her for about a week now, so bear with me. But yeah. Ooh, this lighting is super flattering. Super flattering. But anyways, I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone. Mwah.